Oh, hi, I didn't see you there. It's me, your boy, in a different location. Why? Because apparently I had to clean up because reasons. So, a lot of rumors came out about Kathleen Kennedy being a whole the Star Wars thing after the aftermath of Solo. Remember I made a video about she may be fired? Well, on a rumor site that may be true. Or maybe she's already gone and it hasn't even been confirmed yet. So, I found this article by your boy Geeks and Gamers, because he's a badass and stuff. And today we're gonna read this article thing. It's a rumor site, and sometimes this particular site has some facts in there before they're actually released. So we're going to read it and stuff and see if this stuff is bad. My leg hair is in the shot, shouldn't be there. So far, sorry for not the regular setup. Okay, it'll be back for next video, just not today, because I'm in a chair and I'm bored as hell, and I need to get this video out. So this is a big ass article, so I'm going to read it in parts where they mentioned Kathleen Kennedy. Alright, so number 7 says, while Kathleen Kennedy worked wonders relaunching this property from the abyss of the Lucasfilm prequel trilogy and turning it into a bigger than ever devouring cultural force, there has to be more than some thought that it's it's time for new blood at the helm. The talk out there is a September changing of the guards. We'll see. Okay, here's where that happens. It's like apparently Kathleen Kennedy apparently is a legend now, because you know what, she's all like, the prequels, she's like, the prequels are bad, I'll make them better. With how? I don't know, what's a storytelling that makes no sense. You see, the prequels are bad, but Revenge of the Sith is the best freaking prequel movie out there. What else? Listen, storytelling perspective about the prequels, they're good, except for Jar Jar, which I'm glad is most likely dead now. Despite how bad the prequels were, the old fans and the new fans came to see this masterpiece of the prequels, of how terrible they are, and also the storytelling perspective of, you know, Anakin Skywalker's Darth Vader story. The prequels are about how a young boy transitioned to the evil man that's badass as hell. And that was basically the entire, like, premise of the prequels and stuff. How did this man became this? And it was a really good story perspective with some disgusting details. And it expanded the lore. It expanded the lore even farther than it should be. It brought in new fans, and it's, while still respecting the original, it still brought in the old fans to appreciate it, despite how bad the CGI is. People went to go see the prequels because they want to know what was the story behind everything. And then when the Force Awakens came, everybody wanted to know what happened to Luke. Everyone's all like, oh my god, I want to know what happened at the end of Return of the Jedi. No one came there to be all like, oh, it's written by Kathleen Kennedy, that means it must be good. No, people went to go see the Force Awakens to understand what happened to Luke and everything. And now all the fans are starting to realize that all the Kathleen Kennedy Star Wars are not about Star Wars at all. We're tired of all this terrible storytelling and identity politics of everything, of this stupid Star Wars now. Okay, now to number 8. Number 8 says, there's also plenty of reason to believe that Kennedy herself is tiring of this. The fights, the bad press, can't be fun after a very gilded career. The job requires constant commuting between LA and London, which also gets old. An Ankler friend points out that she elected not to stand again for the governors, even though she had not been termed out, suggesting that someone who has been omnipresent at Public conclaves for 40 years now may finally be looking to scale back, and really, having made the big step of relaunching Star Wars, how much is there to look forward to from here? So now, Disney is trying to be all like, hey, she just don't want to be, you know, leader of Star Wars anymore. Why? Because, you know, it's tiring. It's tiring. You know what I mean? It's just tiring for Kathleen Kennedy. It's not like she's doing a terrible job and Disney actually wants to fire her, or maybe she's actually already fired and we just don't know it yet. You know what I mean? I mean, if she's already fired, then cool. It's like the Jake Paul thing. You remember when Jake Paul was being an asshole, right? And that one time in his neighborhood, and then Disney's all like, we don't want anything to do with him, so we let him go. But no. His ass was completely fired from Disney. He's got his Disney contract. More like he's done. He's done. He's out. No more Disney for you. Right in the middle of the season. Number 11 says, if they make a change at the wheel here and replace Kennedy, either by mutual choice or what have you, getting to be a hell of a lot. English is not my best language, you know what I'm saying? M-word. We're a company in the middle of a Trump transition, preparing for the great entertainment semi-finals and a merger with another studio. Now everyone's believing that she's gonna be replaced. I hope she gets replaced by someone that is political neutral and sticks to storytelling and not being all like, you know, I bet if they keep Kathleen Kennedy, right? Let's just say if Kathleen Kennedy is still there, let's hope she's not, and the new Star Wars came out and no one goes to see it, and let's just say Snoke is back, except with blonde hair, and the skin turns orange, that's gonna be the end of Star. It's dead. Like, you have no idea how dead it would be. Like, no, I bet in the next Star Wars movie, if Kathleen Kennedy's still there, there's going to be a gigantic reference to Trump. If there is, there's going to be a riot. Not an actual riot, but like an online riot, because we're all mature adults and not Antifa. Oh, by the way, this article also mentions how Disney is in denial. But also, here's my favorite quote for the entire article. But they're in such denial, thinking that the backlash is only from the MRA bigots, that it will make Last Jedi opening like Solo to wake them from their denial. And it will happen. It cannot be understated how much damage they did with the core repeat toy buying customers. It's not. And you guys can also read the rest in the description below. I'm putting it down there. If you guys don't read it, I'm gonna kill myself with a noose and stuff. I'm gonna make my own homemade noose, because apparently killing yourself or going to Home Depot and asking where you can buy a noose, they call the cops on you. So I'm gonna make my own type of noose, right? I could try using a belt, but that would be, I don't like leather. So I'm gonna try and make it on my bed sheets. And oh wait, I don't have a balcony. Okay, that's gonna be part of trouble. How are you gonna kill yourself without a balcony? I'll think of some later. Just kidding, I'm not gonna kill myself, because killing yourself is for cowards, and I ain't no coward. And that's all for this video. If you guys like it, please subscribe. If you don't, I'll buy the noose. It's gonna be a fun time, man. You like more Star Wars crap? Come back, man. You wanna do that thing, man? Let's do it, man. You know what I'm saying? No? You don't? Okay, cool, man. This setup won't be here forever. This is gonna be the only time I'm gonna use this setup. And the next video, I'll have my setup, and I'll be back to normal, regular schedule program, all that crap. See ya.